Hindola, today we'd like to learn a little bit more about attachment. So, can you help us understand why it is so crucial in the early years, and what are the different kind of attachments that we see?
There are different kinds of attachment. I'll talk about what we are aiming to give to our children. That is secure attachment. Secure attachment is when you've given consistently been there for your child, then the child trusts you to have their back when they need you, but is also comfortable to leave you and go explore. That is what is secure attachment. So they did this very interesting test called the infant strange situation test, where they took children who were 1 year old into a room, and when the mother left after the child was playing, a securely attached child would cry, of course, because the mother left. But when the mother came back, they would stop crying and go back to playing. Whereas the other children who were not securely attached were either not bothered that the mother left or came back, or when the mother came back, were very clingy because they did not trust that the mother will be there, because they've not had consistent parenting until now. So that's what we are aiming at, secure attachment.
So, how soon or how easy is it for a parent to come out of their own conditioning on this?
Yeah, it is. It's a very good point, Meeta, because they say that if we have not had a secure attachment style, it's more likely that we will not provide a secure attachment style to our child unless we are aware and work on healing ourselves. That's why so many people go for therapy. I mean, I'm not suggesting that everyone goes for therapy, but to just see how was your childhood. Did you have that one person who was always there for you, non-judgmentally? And if you have not had it, to be aware of what you are doing to your child. I think that's very important before you become a parent and while you are a parent now.
I think awareness is the key over here. So, does secure attachment start for the child when the child is in the womb? Does it start as early as that? And as a mom or as a parent, like, can we make it like talking to the baby even in the womb? Does it help build that attachment?
Sure, it does help build that attachment, and also to have when the mother and the partner have a happier relationship, because those arguments also have a huge effect on the child. Because when the child is in the womb, they can physically feel the stress hormones being created by the mother. They can, it's a physiological thing that they feel. So to have a happy atmosphere, culturally we say to keep the mother happy. It's a very important thing now with all the neuroscience developments and research being done. They say it's a very important thing for the child to have a happy womb atmosphere.
So, also just a question. I mean, suppose you're doing everything right, but again, does a child always respond to that environment and feel securely attached, or there still can be some challenges that you might face as a parent?
Firstly, it's impossible to do everything right. We can never be the perfect parent, but we can try to be that. And depending on the temperament of the child, it is easier to be a perfect parent or not. Like, suppose if a child is not too sensitive or too perceptive, if you shout at the child, they might take it easily, and you've not, done any mistake at that point of time. But if it is a perceptive child, the same reaction that you've shown will affect this child differently. So it's not always about you, it's about the child also. And if it's a more sensitive child, you will need to be a little more tuned in.
And are parents the most important part for secured attachment, or do other family members or siblings also play an important role in feeling this?
No, parents are the most important for this secure attachment. They need that one person that they attach with. It need not always be the parent, because if someone's being brought up by the grandparent, but that one primary adult who is, or the two people who are in the life of the child, they are the most, because they are not going to get securely attached to anyone else. However much they love them, that attachment won't be there.
And as you grow and go into a teenage, adolescent, adult, so does this carry this feeling help you navigate your grown up years?
Yes, actually, even when you become an adult, this secure attachment style or not having it has huge implications on your mental health as adults. They say about 30-35% of people do not have a secure attachment, and they do face problems in forming deeper relationships with their spouses, with their children, with their friends, or the anxiety levels and how emotionally regulated they are. It affects a lot in their mental health sphere when they grow up.
Thank you, Hindola, for helping us understand a very important aspect of parenting, giving secured attachment to our little ones, because that forms a foundation for the emotional and social development. Thank you, everyone, for writing into us. Please stay tuned in for our next episode with Nurturing Corner with Shumi.